Tony Elumelu is one of the men who turned a bank that was already struggling into a billionaire dollar powerhouse. Hi guys, welcome to the story of Tony Elumelu. I'm going to tell you his background. Tony Elumelu was born on March 22nd, 1963. He was born in Jos. This is a man who hails from Delta State, Nigeria. He grew up in a modest family. Not a poor family, but a family that can actually feed and also take care of their bills. Tony Elumelu is not poor, but extremely wealthy either. His early life taught a lot of people lesson. His early life taught him discipline, responsibility, and also value of education. One major influence of his mother, who ran a restaurant, watching her manage customers, and this act of his mother planted a seed of entrepreneurship in him. So, but a man who had dreams in building that entrepreneurship lifestyle. His education is not just the one he got, but he built a life out of education. Tony Elumelu studied economics and at Ambrose Al University and later a master's degree from the University of Lagos. Tony, his career began in banking where he was working with Union Bank Nigeria, all state banks, and this man wasn't built to remain an employee for a very long time, but he has dreams, a bigger version of him. Do you know that Tony, in 1997, at just 34 years old, Tony Elumelu led a group of investors to take over a struggling bank, Standard Trust Bank. At that time, the bank was weak and almost irrelevant. People were almost losing trust for this bank. Tony Elumelu saw what others didn't see, which is called potential. Tony Elumelu, through bold leadership, he had to strategize. He did a smart strategy. He had to start thinking of a way of expanding this bank, not just expanding, but to transform the bank and the standard of this trust bank into one of Nigeria's fastest growing financial institution. Let me remind you that in 2005, Tony Elumelu made a very powerful move that changed African and banking forever. Hello, I am a digital marketing coach. I teach people about digital marketing. I coach you to become one of the experts in digital marketing. I am open to running adverts for your business. If your business is still struggling, you are struggling to make sales, I help you strategize your business, help you get your business into the eyes of people to patronize you and people who will have interest in what you sell or the services you render. I run ads for businesses and brands, for small and big business owners. Don't hesitate to send me a direct message. I am going to guide you on how to bring your crawling or your business that is almost shattering into spotlight. Now, Tony Elumelu led the merger of Standard Trust Bank with United Bank of Africa, UBA, one of the Nigerian oldest banks. This wasn't just a merge, it was a takeover in disguise as partnership. Under the leadership of Tony Elumelu, UBA expanded over 20 Africa and entered global markets in London, Paris, and New York. Do you know that this became a truly pan-African bank? This is not just building. This is not just him building a bank, but this is him building continental financial empire. Tony Elumelu is not just about profit. He introduced a powerful idea called African capitalism. This is called Africa capitalism. He built something called Africa capitalism. The belief that African business should create wealth. This is where he believed that Africa could actually solve problems at that time. This philosophy became the foundation of everything. He expanded the empire. After stepping down as the CEO of UBA, Elumelu didn't just slow down. He started through hard holding. He invested into oil and gas, hospitality, healthcare. It became one of the major company. In 2010, he launched the Tony Elumelu's Foundation. This is where story became very extraordinary. Tony Elumelu has gone through this initiatives, the foundation committed $100 million to support African entrepreneurs who have interest in business. Thousands of young Nigerians receive funding and support. Business training and memberships are provided. If you want to grow in business, stand up across Africa are born every year. Do you know that his goal was to empower over 10,000 entrepreneurs across Africa? Tony Elumelu became globally recognized. So this is to also tell you that no matter how small your business is, you can still become known. He became a speaker on global stages. I'm going to wrap this up here. This is the story of Tony Elumelu, one of the people that has built their businesses, that has stand up to expand business and not just keeping themselves in a circle. He joined industries. He joined other partners. He partnered with brands. He invested in oil, gas, and creating a better stream of income for himself. That is why I say when you are having a business you're doing physically, you can also join my group and we will teach you another aspect of building a business outside the physical aspect of it. You can build your businesses online and also establish it globally. The lessons you can learn in this video is to see opportunities where others are seeing problems. Learn to solve problems. Leadership can be transformed. It can transform a failing system into a successful one. I will see you guys in my next video.